Hopefully everyone kept their holiday gift receipts. You can return all the stuff you don't want and buy a command. Hey everyone, Brian Buckosh here, core design engineer with Brunswick Bowling, to talk to you today about a special release in the Columbia 300 lineup, the Command. So let's take it to the intro. Before we jump into it, I just wanted to take a second to thank you guys for watching my videos. I plan to expand the range of topics and the types of videos as the channel grows. Speaking of which, this video actually holds a very special place in my heart because this core is actually the first core that I designed from the development phase all the way up through production, so this ball is a very special one to me. But enough about that sentimental stuff, let's talk about the ball. This new Command contains the new movement core, the one I was just talking about. Its name is derived from an international Columbia 300 release, the Movement, which we really liked the motion of. We took what we learned from that core and applied it to this one, but kind of made this core its own new animal. You'll notice that it has a central band around it. If you drill the thumb through that using a pin-up layout, it helps increase the total diff and intermediate diff to keep them up where you want so you don't lose any motion on the back end. Undrilled, this ball's numbers are 0.053 total differential and 0.021 intermediate differential. This core also contains lots of technology, including dot and Dynamicor. Dot means the pin is at the bottom of the ball and a circle engraved dot is up where you expect the pin to be. This means that you can put any layout you want on this ball without having to worry about drilling through the pin or voiding the warranty. And of course, Dynamicor is the blue stuff that you see when you drill into the ball. This should help increase pin carry by increasing the coefficient of restitution of the ball. That's a fancy way of saying it transfers more energy from the ball to the pins at impact. And of course, if that's not enough technology for you, we have a brand new system surrounding this core as the cover stock. It's called Angular Reaction System, or ARS, and it's a new base chemistry that is new to the Columbia 300 lineup. It's going to give you plenty of length through the front part of the lane and the most responsive back end of any of the balls in the current lineup. So, speaking of lineup, let's take it to a chart and show you how this ball compares to the rest of the balls that are currently in the Columbia 300 lineup. This chart contains every release in the Columbia 300 lineup since being acquired by the brands of Brunswick. You'll see that they're categorized by oil volume on the bottom from heaviest on the left to lightest on the right, and by reaction shapes on the y-axis, with the three main categories being early strong midlane, angular back end in the middle, and smooth continuous on the bottom. Categories bridge the gap between the categories they are adjacent to are late strong midlane and hard arc motion. You'll see the Command, our new ball, highlighted in yellow in the center of the chart. The Command is built to handle a medium amount of total oil volume and sits squarely in the angular back end category of ball motion. It's not the strongest ball in the Columbia 300 lineup, but it certainly is the most responsive to friction. Compared to Electrold Authority, the Command will go a foot or two longer because of its box finish, but be more responsive off of the friction. On heavier oil volumes, the Authority will probably hook a little more than the Command because it starts earlier and makes a slightly rounder shape at the back of the lane. But in friction, you might see the Command outhooking the original Authority because of its response to friction. Because of this, the Authority makes a great complement to either the dynamic swing or the outlook solid. Both of these balls have success on fresher patterns with more medium launch angles because of their sanded finish. The Command shines when there's defined friction, either in a high friction house shot or later in the day when the mid lanes are burnt up and you want to step in and send the ball away and be confident that it's going to make the corner. The speed dominant or rev challenge players are going to find the box finish of the Command to be a little too shiny to be overly useful on anything but drier conditions. But before competition, if you take it to a 3000 or 2000 finish, you'll find that the Command reads the mid lane confidently and still gives you that sharp back end reaction you're looking for. Players with lower ball speeds or higher rev rates are going to appreciate the natural length that the box finish of the Command gives them. It certainly separates this ball from the other balls in the Columbia 300 lineup by being cleaner and more angular. If you want a similar amount of total length but not so much response to friction, a step down to the original Outlook Pearl is your best bet for controlling the back ends later in the block or on higher friction shots. And of course, if all of these balls are too much for you, a step down to the Beast is your best bet for rounding out the block. That's the information I have on this new Command by Columbia 300 and my first core design ever, available in pro shops worldwide January 14th. I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoyed making it, and if you don't, well hey, at least you have someone to blame. If you enjoyed this content, make sure you share this video around, like and subscribe to my YouTube and Facebook pages, Bowling Buckosh. Drop a comment below, I'm always happy to respond on YouTube or on Facebook. And of course, stick around, because I'll be making new videos as new releases from the brands of Brunswick come out. So until next time, thanks for watching.